Welcome back everyone. Today's cryptocurrency is IMX or Immutable X. Sounds like a superhero if you ask me, but this was a request from one of the people who subscribed to my channel, and he or she requested for me to review their crypto. So if you want me to review your crypto, leave it in the comment section below. I have a list, I have a Google Doc sheet of every single crypto that everyone's commenting on. I'll give my honest thoughts on it. Remember, I'm not one of those YouTubers who just say, oh, this is gonna 50,000x by the end of the month, you should just FOMO into it. It's not financial advice, it's just some observations from myself. But I'm always going to be honest. And again, all of my cryptos, I compare them to Bitcoin and Ethereum to see how strong they are. I'll give you some price predictions. And that's what we're going to do with IMX. So let's have a look at IMX compared to the USD value first of all. And this cryptocurrency is actually pretty new. It came out only in mid-January. So I've drawn my retracement from the high to the low, and we can already see the resistance areas and support areas that is for Immutable X or IMX. Bad news off the bat, low that was in the 24th of February. If you've been watching my channel, you know how much I talk about the 24th of February because it's a really, really good day that anyone can look out on a chart and see what happened on that day. That was the invasion of Russia and Ukraine that day. So if I draw a horizontal line here, we can see that that would act as support for a lot of cryptos, and it did for probably 80 to 90% of cryptos. And you can watch my backlog of videos. I talked about how many cryptos were able to find support on it and make higher highs. But in the case of Immutable X or IMX, it actually broke it. You can see here, I actually broke it on the 4th and then found resistance on it on the 5th, which looks like phantom. So again, there's cryptos that have been able to find support on the 24th. There's cryptos that have been able to never needed to find support on the 24th, or there's been the really bad ones that have dipped below it. So in this case, IMX did below it for only a few days, managed to get high volume and breakout of it on the 7th of March. So that's really good. I mean, that is massive volume, 75 million units of traded volume in that given day. Good close, then you get a nice up thrust to confirm the weakness. You get a bit of consolidation here before we break out, and now we go again. Resistance area number 2 is going to be the 333 mark, which is at $2.92. So you can see that it actually battled through it a few times, managed to get to the 375 mark at $2.41, but found resistance, dropped down below, didn't find support on the 333 mark, and now we have to once again to go find resistance at the 333 and then resistance at the 375, and then the golden rule, the yellow area 0.5 mark, that it comes in at $2.88. Once it can go through the yellow area and actually find some support on it, then that will have me more bullish on this coin. But at the moment, I have to call it like I see it. It is weak. Now, if this was a long-term hold, absolutely not for me. Personally, it's not for me. But of course, it's up to you what you'd want to do with your money. That's your control. For me, I don't look at this crypto like a strong one. In terms of a trade though, we might actually have something here because we've got higher lows obviously forming. I mean, that's pretty clear uptrend that you can see here. Resistance at the 333 mark and resistance at the 375 mark. If we did push past the 375 mark, we have a nice almost 20% chunk of a trade that we can nab ourselves, which lines up pretty good for some support and resistance areas here on the left side that you can see going from about late January. So I like that trade. 20%, pretty good. I'll take it personally. But I know some people can get really greedy out there. They want more than 20%. So that's why I say this isn't one of those coins that'll be holding unless, like I said, we find support on the 50% mark, and then we can start making our ground to higher highs. So in terms of price predictions, here it is, 0.65 mark at $3.35 or 33 cents. That would come in. And then the next one is $3.48. So it'd be the 666 mark. Continuing on with the left side here that you can see, then we have the 75 mark, and then you can see some areas here that it would find some resistance on 875, which would take it to here, here, and here at $4.22, and then you have the all-time high coming at $4.67. So a few resistance barriers. Those are my price predictions. It definitely has a long way to go though, and a lot of resistance barriers to go through. It's hard to actually call it because we don't have much data. This coin's actually relatively new on the charts with just only information pulling up from about January, and this is one of the problems that Ape has as well, that there's not much data on there. But from what I can see here, it does look weak in terms of a long-term hold. In terms of a trade, definitely be something I might be looking into, but like I said, I have to call it like I see it, and it does not look that good on either case. Let's compare it to Ethereum and see how it compares against Ethereum. So here we are on CoinCodex. I compare all these values to Ethereum, you can see. So all these are pinged to Ethereum value. And I always say this in all of my videos, and I will continue to say it. This is why I compare your coins to Ethereum, because you can see how many of them bleed out to Ethereum compared to, and you can just own Ethereum. you can reduce your risk and get better returns. But a lot of people don't like Ethereum because they believe in their fundamentals, because that's what a lot of YouTubers talk about. They talk about fundamentals because it's easier. It's easier to talk about fundamentals. Reading a chart, understanding volume, trends, that is the hard part. So a lot of people just sit there, saying, reading off news announcements, that they find that the homepage of the website, it doesn't just read off of that and say how excited they are for it. If it works for you, by all means, keep going for what works for you. But for me, that didn't work for me, and that's why I started to look at charts. Now let's have a look at IMX, or Immutable X, as you can see here. So it's ranked 139 according to Coin Codex, and you can see against its Ethereum value that it is basically red across the board. But this is why I said, and I didn't even review this before I actually started recording, but you can see here, in terms of a trade, you want these 3 areas to be green. For me, that's what I want. I want those 3 areas to be green. So I want the 24 hours, the 7 days, and the 1 month to be green. So we're almost there. 24 hours down compared to Ethereum by 3.6%. That's negligible. 7 days outperformed Ethereum by 30%, which is very good. 1 month outperformed Ethereum by 10.55%. And this is exactly why I said this would be a good trade, just for a couple days, maybe a few weeks, depending on how quick you can snag your profits and what your profit target is. Tag it and move. Reason why I say not to hold it long term, look at this. Completely destroyed by Ethereum long term. 3 months down compared to Ethereum by 39%. 6 months down compared to Ethereum by 53%. Year to date down compared to Ethereum by almost 50%. 1 year mark down compared to Ethereum by 73%. So you would have been better off holding Ethereum, and you would have made more returns and reduced your risk long term. But like I said, short term looking pretty good in terms of a trade. Let's compare it to Bitcoin and see again further to see how strong it is against BTC. So here we have IMX against Bitcoin value, and you can see another heavily downtrend. Found support on the 7th of March. That's when we saw that big volume bar on the USD chart. And then you can have that nice close. Drew my wedge here to see if we'll break out. But you can see we're not even finding support on the 25 mark against Bitcoin. So it's looking weak as well. So in summary, IMX Immutable X, do I think it's a good coin? Short term, might be some possible trades here. I would personally be looking into this. In terms of a long-term hold, absolutely not. It's not to say it always will be like that. There can be some changes in the chart. There can be some things that really indicate that it's a very strong crypto. But as of now, you saw it against Ethereum. You saw it against Bitcoin. It is down. Long-term, short-term, it's up. But a lot of alts are rallying at the moment, so we have to see how things play out. I don't think this is the next start of the next bull run where Bitcoin's going to go crazy. I don't see it. There's definitely going to be some good cryptos to buy and to sell. Get in and out of the market, snag those profits. Always think about those profits and remember why you're here. You're here for the money. I am sure of it, as we all are. That's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. If it did, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Comment down below about which crypto you want me to review. I'm always reviewing every single crypto. Tell me what your thoughts are. Did you find it helpful? Did you not find it helpful? Give me some feedback. It's the only way I'll get better as well. And if you don't disagree with anything I said, leave a constructive comment down below and I'll definitely get back to you. Until then, everyone, stay safe, and I will catch you on the next video.